Hello, today we're going to be making the best pancakes ever. This recipe is so good, so let's get started. First, you want to take 1.5 cups of milk. I am using 1% milk. I'm not sure if almond milk or coconut milk will work for this recipe, but check the description box below to see any vegan or gluten-free substitutions that you might want. So just mix it in really well, and this will cause your milk to sour, like buttermilk. Then you want to add 2 cups of flour to a medium bowl, and then then you want to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. It has to be these exact measurements, and what these do is they have a chemical reaction with the vinegar and they make a bunch of bubbles in your recipe. So here I took half a stick of butter, which is about 4 tablespoons, but you can add however much or little you like. More butter will mean more fat, but more butter will also mean less bubbles. So it depends on what you want. Now I'm taking 1/3 cup of brown sugar and adding it to the bowl I will be making my pancakes in. Then I add in my milk vinegar mixture, and if you want to add any flavorings that I will show you later, make sure you add it to this. I was stupid and I didn't, but yeah, so just mix it until all the little granules of sugar are gone, and brown sugar will make this taste so good. Okay, so now you're going to add your flour mixture to it bit by bit until it's all combined. Also, this is important. When you mix, you want to make sure you mix it on a low speed first so that the flour doesn't go everywhere and explode, and then you have a huge mess that you want to clean up. So just make sure to mix it on low, and then you can transition to high. This is how you should mix basically everything. And when you're adding in your last batch of flour, right as you're mixing it on low speed, right after that you should transition to high speed. So here I'm just whipping it for 5 to 10 seconds on the highest speed possible, and then I just stopped, and now it is time to add our melted butter. So keep in mind, the more butter you add, the less fluffy your pancakes will be. So just keep that in mind when you're adding butter. Less can be more. In this case it probably was, but I added too much. But it was delicious, and they turned out great anyways. You can also substitute butter for oil or maybe some sort of nut butter. I don't know, whatever vegan substitutions you want to do that gets fat in there. Just do that. Now it is time to add our eggs, and okay, I tried to crack it one-handed, which was clearly a mistake. Please don't do that unless you know what you're doing. Just add them one at a time and then mix. Now for the flavorings, here I just added a little bit of salt, and then I also added some vanilla extract, pure vanilla extract, and just mix that in. You should probably add that with your milk mixture, but I'm dumb and I didn't. The reason you want to add it with your milk mixture is because you want to mix as little as possible to make sure you get those bubbles. I was not getting those bubbles, so I added a half a tablespoon of vinegar, and and that helped it puff up, but you don't want to add too much or else it'll taste vinegar, and that is not good. Okay, so I just took about 1/3 of a cup, maybe a little less, of batter and put it on a greased Teflon griddle. You can use a pan or anything you like. Then you want to flip it when you first start to see like smoke coming up. As you can see here, it's like white and gray. Then you just flip it, and then you want to flip it again when you see kind of like golden brown bits on the bottom. Pro tip, once you're done with the pancakes, you can put them on a little paper towel to make sure they absorb moisture. And now we're going to move on to the whipped cream. So just take some heavy cream. You don't have to have exact measurements. It's really just what you want. I generally go for being able to taste the cream and a subtle hint of vanilla with a little bit of sweetness. So you just want to put your heavy whipping cream in a bowl, and I pre-froze my beaters and bowl just to make sure that enough air got included. And I've just put a little bit of powdered sugar. I try to be pretty light with this, because you don't need to put a lot. And then I just put some vanilla, because vanilla makes everything better. Then you just want to mix it on a high speed. Well, actually start on a low speed, and then when that speed stops splattering, just work your way up. And then when you're on the high speed, just watch it become whipped cream in front of your eyes. This is so cool. And that is it for today. An amazing breakfast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.